No one tells you this, but withholding sex can transform your life in ways that will leave those around you completely perplexed. You will change, and others will notice. Your energy level will skyrocket, your presence will become stronger, your mind sharper. The Creator of the universe gave us immense power, but most of it wasted without realizing it. What happens when you stop losing that strength? You become a magnet of opportunities, you effortlessly attract attention, you feel an inner peace that previously seemed unattainable. The truth is, the world doesn't want you to know this. From an early age, we are conditioned to believe that certain habits are normal, without questioning the devastating effects they have on our body, mind, and spirit. But what if I told you that by breaking the cycle, you unlock a level of energy and make it clear that few people experience? Imagine waking up in an absurd mood, making decisions with unshakable confidence, and feeling your presence magnetizing everything around you. This is not mysticism. It is biology, it is well-directed energy. And here's what will happen. The more you evolve, the more people around you will notice. They won't be able to explain it, but they will feel that something has changed. You become different, stronger, more focused, more authentic. Some will admire you, others will be uncomfortable. But one thing is certain, after 11 months on this journey, you will no longer be the same. Do you want to know exactly what happens and how it can transform your life? So stay with me, because what I'm going to reveal to you now could be the turning point you've been waiting for. Have you ever seen how some people seem to have inexhaustible energy while others drag their feet? This is no coincidence. When you adopt the practice of semen retention, something extraordinary happens. The body stops losing its vital force and begins to redirect it to other areas, such as mental strength and physical vigor. The Creator of the universe gave us a perfect organism, but negative wear and tear can sugar our vitality. With retention, the need for sleep is excessively diminished, awakening becomes more natural, and the mind enters a state of continuous alertness. The result? More energy, more productivity, and an undeniable feeling of peace inside. Imagine waking up before your alarm clock, feeling completely refreshed, without that sadness that never seems to go away. This happens because the balance of hormones is maintained, allowing the body to regenerate more efficiently. Those who practice it report an increase in physical and mental prosperity, making it easier to maintain healthy habits, such as a light diet and daily exercise. A simple change, but one that directly impacts your energy level. And good news, anyone can experience this effect with just a few days of practice. But there is more. In addition to the physical energy, there is a curious effect that some comment on, a different shine in the eyes, something magnetic. This happens because the energy that was previously wasted now accumulates, strengthening its presence and impacting the environment. People realize this, even if deliberately. You become more charismatic, more confident. The light that was previously scattered now shines brightly. But what to do with this new force? That's where the next point comes in, something that can completely transform the way you interact with the world. When testosterone rises, the world around you changes, or rather, the way you interact with it. Semen retention naturally raises the levels of these hormones essential for strength, determination, and masculine presence. However, with great power comes great responsibility. Without proper control, this energy can manifest itself as occasional aggression, impatience, and even impulsiveness. The secret is directed correctly. The Creator of the universe gave us a body designed to act assertively, but it is up to each person to find the balance between power and serenity. And this is exactly where this practice becomes a game changer. By avoiding emotional and unthinkable attitudes, the accumulated energy can be channeled towards personal and professional growth. Sports such as martial arts and bodybuilding are powerful tools for staying focused and transforming aggression into determination. Great leaders and athletes, like Michael Jordan and Elon Musk, understood the importance of self-control to achieve their goals. Retention of the mind, making it more strategic and less reactive, promoting unshakable inner peace. You realize that you don't need to prove anything to anyone. Your energy speaks for itself. But there is a detail that few mention. This change directly impacts your posture and presence. When your energy is under control, you not only feel more powerful, you exude that confidence without having to say a word. The steady gaze, the confident voice, the calmness in the face of challenges, all of this becomes natural. And the impact of this, the people around you notice. You become a point of reference, someone who exudes prosperity and self-control. And speaking of social impact, there's something even more fascinating that happens when your energy grows stronger. Something curious happens when you start to retain your vital energy. People around you feel it, even without understanding exactly why. There is a change in your presence, in your energy field. You become more magnetic, more captivating. This extra energy, once wasted, now accumulates and radiates, creating an impact that naturally attracts as many opportunities as it does people. The Creator of the universe made us vibrational beings, and when your vibration rises, those around you respond to it. Have you ever noticed how some people walk into a room and everyone seems to pay attention to them effortlessly? It's not luck, it's well-directed energy. But this magnetism doesn't just attract what's positive. It works like a beacon. Just as it attracts opportunities and good connections, it can also attract the attention of individuals with negative interests. This is why self-knowledge and discipline are fundamental. You need to learn to filter whoever approaches and identify whether the intention is light or shadow. Many who begin this process report that some friendships begin to drift away, while new ones, more aligned with their purpose, emerge. This is the prosperity of energy. It expels what no longer serves and makes room for what strengthens. In addition to the social effect, this magnetism is directly reflected in the way you express yourself. The voice becomes firmer, the gestures more controlled, the posture more imposing. People start to respect your presence without you having to demand it. It's a subtle but powerful subject. And as your energy grows, something even deeper happens. Your perception of reality begins to expand. You begin to see things that previously went unnoticed, such as hidden patterns in society and the way people interact. When vital energy is preserved and directed correctly, the mind enters a distinctly unusual state. What previously seemed confusing or nebulous now becomes clear. Semen retention not only strengthens the body, but also expands the perception of oneself and the world around. Suddenly, social standards that were once normal were called into question. You see how society encourages distractions to keep people stuck in energy-wasting cycles. The Creator of the universe gave us a free spirit, but many live imprisoned without realizing it. Whoever controls your energy, controls your life, and that changes everything. This awakening brings a deeper sense of purpose. You begin to distinguish what really matters and what is just noise. Many people report an increase in intuition, as if they are more tapped into a higher source of knowledge. Small signs from the universe, which previously went unnoticed, now become clear. It is the light of consciousness expanding. This process can be challenging, as realizing the truth is not always comfortable. But true prophecies are not about ignoring reality, but about understanding it and using it to your advantage. And this is clearly not just limited to your personal life. It extends to your interactions, your habits, and even your worldview. You begin to realize how certain stimuli, such as excessive social media, superficial entertainment, and even processed foods, can cloud the mind and lower its vibration. Over time, your discernment becomes more refined, and you feel an almost natural need to move away from what doesn't add value. But this new perception also brings something unexpected. You begin to see changes in the way people react to your presence. As your mental clarity expands, your perception of social dynamics also transforms. You begin to notice invisible patterns in people's behavior, seeing details that previously went unnoticed. Small gestures, tones of voice, facial expressions, everything starts to make more sense. Suddenly you notice when someone is trying to manipulate a conversation, when a group blindly follows a trend without question, or even when someone genuinely feels attracted to your presence. The Creator of the universe gave us the gift of observation, but many live distracted, without noticing the subtleties around them. With this increased social awareness, your interactions become more strategic. You better understand what motivates people, what inspires, and what drives people away. This awareness not only improves your communication, but also strengthens your ability to specifically influence those around you. You begin to notice how your energy affects others. Strangers become more receptive, friends begin to seek your opinion more frequently, and even those who were previously indifferent become indifferent to notice your presence. This is social prosperity, the ability to create genuine and authentic connections. But this new perception can also bring challenges. When you start to see what's behind social masks, it becomes more difficult to tolerate superficial conversations or empty relationships. You feel a natural need to seek deeper interactions with real meaning. This selective filter makes some people stick, but it also opens up space for much truer connections. And it is at this moment that a crucial need arises: strengthening self-discipline to maintain this new awareness without letting yourself be carried away by external distractions. With vital energy preserved, something interesting happens. Procrastination loses strength and self-discipline strengthens. Those lazy moments, where any distraction seemed more attractive than taking action, began to disappear. The mind becomes more focused, and the desire for personal growth intensifies. The Creator of the universe gave us the ability to constantly evolve, but this requires conscious effort. Whoever dominates their energy, dominates their habits. Small changes, like waking up earlier, maintaining a productive routine, and setting daily goals, start to feel natural, without the resistance they once had. This change directly reflects on the way you deal with challenges. Instead of giving in to tiredness or difficulties, you develop greater resilience. Physical exercise, daily reading and meditation practices become powerful allies on the path to self-improvement. The light of discipline illuminates all aspects of life, making it possible to achieve results that were previously unattainable. High-performance athletes, successful businesspeople, and great leaders share this characteristic: an unwavering commitment to their own evolution. And this transformation begins with controlling your own energy. But there is a detail that few realize. The more disciplined you become, the clearer you become about what really matters. Empty entertainment loses its appeal, negative habits become uncomfortable, and the search for something gains priority. This new attitude not only boosts your personal growth, but also redefines your relationships. You start to value deeper connections and realize that some bonds no longer make sense. And when this happens, something curious manifests itself: the need to build more authentic and enriching relationships. When vital energy is preserved and directed correctly, the way you see relationships changes completely. Casual, superficial connections lose their luster, and a natural desire for more authentic bonds emerges. Before, the search for instant pleasure or empty interactions might seem enough, but now, there is an inner call for something more meaningful. The Creator of the universe made us social beings, but that does not mean that any connection is beneficial. Semen retention strengthens presence and authenticity, making it easier to attract people who are aligned with your energy. The impact of this change is clear. You begin to notice that some friendships no longer make sense. People who vibrate at lower frequencies, stuck in destructive patterns, can naturally move away. On the other hand, new connections, more aligned with your purpose, begin to emerge. Relationships based on superficial interest are replaced by genuine bonds. The prosperity of human relationships lies in their depth, not in quantity. Those who value their energy learn to invest time only in what really adds value. And there's something even more fascinating. This change doesn't just happen in your relationships with others, but also in your relationships with yourself. Self-esteem strengthens, the need for external validation decreases, and satisfaction with one's own journey increases. You realize that being alone does not mean being lonely, quite the opposite. Solitude becomes a powerful ally in the growth process. And with this new perception comes a deep understanding about the connection between mind and body, and how this energy can be transmuted into something even greater. As vital energy accumulates, the connection between the mind and body strengthens. You begin to realize how your thoughts directly influence your disposition, your emotions, and even your posture. Semen retention awakens greater sensitivity to the body's own signals, making the relationship between energy and well-being evident. The Creator of the universe designed the human being to function as an integrated system, where emotions, habits, and spirituality are interconnected. When energy is preserved, the mind becomes clearer and the body responds with vitality and balance. One of the most effective ways to enhance this connection is energetic transmutation. Deep breathing techniques, such as diaphragmatic breathing and the practice of pranayama, help move this accumulated energy throughout the body, unlocking tension and increasing the feeling of internal control. Physical exercises, especially those involving strength and resistance, also play an essential role, allowing this energy to be channeled productively. The light of body awareness illuminates previously ignored aspects, such as the importance of an upright posture, a steady gaze, and controlled gestures. But this connection goes beyond the physical. It directly impacts your perception of the world. You begin to notice how certain habits affect your energy, from eating to consuming information. What you ingest, whether in the form of food or content, reflects your vibration. Heavy diets drain your vitality, while natural, nutrient-rich foods boost your energy. The same goes for what you watch, read, and listen to. When you strengthen this connection, your perception of yourself and your surroundings expands. And with this new awareness, an interesting event happens. Habits that were previously tolerated begin to become unsustainable. When vital energy is preserved and the mind becomes sharper, habits that previously went unnoticed begin to bother you. What once seemed normal, disordered eating, hours lost in distractions, empty conversations, now turns out to be a real drain of energy. You realize that certain practices not only delay your progress, but directly sabotage your evolution. The Creator of the universe gave us discernment to choose the right path, but we are often so immersed in destructive routines that we don't even notice how they affect us. With retention, perception broadens and it becomes impossible to ignore the negative effects of wrong choices. Alcohol consumption, fast food, excessive social media, and other destructive habits begin to seem out of place. Not because someone said they are bad, but because you feel it in your own skin. Your body responds more intensely to any type of intoxication, and your mind naturally rejects what does not add value. This awakening does not require effort. It happens spontaneously. The light of consciousness reveals what was hidden, and what previously seemed pleasurable begins to be seen as an unnecessary burden. You feel the need to purify yourself, both physically and mentally. And this change has a curious effect. It transforms the way you face challenges. You stop looking for quick rewards and start to understand that true growth comes from discipline and consistency. With this renewed mindset, life stops being a competition with others and becomes a personal challenge. Every day is an opportunity to overcome yourself, to raise your energy and to advance one step further on the journey. And that's where the big turning point comes. When you understand that the only battle that really matters is the one against yourself. When you free yourself from the need to compare, you realize that the only person you need to compete with is the person you see in the mirror. Semen retention accelerates this understanding, because by preserving your energy, you gain more clarity about your own journey. The Creator of the universe did not make us to live in the shadow of others, but to be the best version of ourselves. Every day becomes a new challenge. Overcome your limitations, correct your mistakes, and grow a little more. While many waste their strength trying to impress others, you channel your energy into something much greater. This new mindset transforms your vision of success. You understand that you don't need to prove anything to anyone, just to yourself. Progress is not measured by what others are doing, but by how much you evolve in relation to who you were yesterday. Small habits, like waking up earlier, eating better, and staying focused on what really matters, become your growth tools. This attitude creates an unshakable inner peace because you know you are not on the right path. You don't race against time, you don't rush to catch up with others. You just move forward at your own pace. And this advance is obvious. People notice your posture, your look, your confidence. But what really matters is that you feel different. You realize that true prosperity is not just in what you achieve externally, but in the internal mastery you acquire. When this energy is well directed, your presence becomes stronger, your mind more focused, and your spirit more aligned. And at the end of this journey, something impressive happens. You are completely transformed, and the world around you reacts to this change. Now that you know the power that withholding sex can have on your life, the question is, what are you going to do with this information? Will you ignore it and continue wasting your energy, or will you take control and experience real transformation? The Creator of the universe gave you giant potential, but it's up to you to decide whether you're going to use it or continue living on autopilot. Have you noticed that this practice can raise your energy levels, strengthen your mind, bring more peace, and make a person magnetic? But none of this matters if you don't act. If you've made it this far, you're already ahead of most. But knowing is not enough. You need to apply. So tell me, what are you going to do from today to change your life? Will you continue repeating old habits, or will you embrace this new version of yourself? The prosperity you seek is not out there, but inside you, waiting to be awakened. The world is already full of ordinary people, but those who control their energy become extraordinary. And you? Will you be just another person, or will you become someone that others admire and respect? If this content made sense to you, like this video, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to continue learning about this journey. I want to know your opinion. Have I tried this practice before? What changed in your life? Comment below, because your story may inspire other people to take the first step. See you in the next video, but until then, remember, your transformation depends solely on you.